If you're yearning for independence, looking for financial freedom, or simply seeking to turn your passion into profit, you're in the right place. Welcome to a world where your dreams can come to life. I am Rhonda Girodi, and I am excited to have you join us today on this episode of The Mirror, where we will navigate this entrepreneurial adventure. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button so you never miss out on empowering content. Can you do me a favor, please? So, in this new year, I will have some exciting and transformative programs for you. And I really need to get the word out. So could you please share this video with 2 people, just 2 people? All right. Thank you in advance. So as far back as I can remember, I have always desired my own business. I have never aspired to climb the corporate ladder, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just that I didn't grow up with that. All I grew up with were entrepreneurs, my aunts, my uncles, and definitely my mother. They had several businesses. So a 9-to-5 for me has always been the source of my capital. So that's what I do to earn money for my businesses. And that's just what I've always done. So the idea of starting my own business, although daunting, has never been an if. It's always been a how or a when. So today, I'm going to take all of that experience and I'm going to share my journey with you and guide you on your path to entrepreneurship. So some of what we'll cover today, we'll cover the pros and cons of owning your own business, because we all know it's not all a bed of roses. And we'll talk a little bit about what you need to know before you actually start. We'll talk about your entrepreneurial temperament and how that factors in, how you can use your temperament to leverage what you want to do. So, and we'll also get into a bit of a word of caution from the voice of wisdom and experience. All right, so let's get into it. One great advantage would be the freedom and the independence of owning your business. When you own your own business, it means you're the boss. You set your own schedule and you make all the decisions that really matter. There's no clocking in, no clocking out. But it also means that you don't stop working till things are done. The buck stops with you. There is no higher up the chain ladder. You are the chain, and that's it. Another advantage would be your unlimited earning potential. Unlike a salaried job, for example, your income as an entrepreneur is not capped. You have potential to earn as much as you're willing to work for, but your income isn't guaranteed either. So the road of profitability, the road to break even can be long, painful, and very daunting as an entrepreneur. So you have to keep that in mind. According to NBCS, only 40% of small businesses yield a profit. About 30% break even, and the final 30% actually lose money. So we don't want you to be in break even or losses. We want you to be profitable. So please stay all the way through to the end. Another advantage of being an entrepreneur is that you get to pursue your passion. Entrepreneurship allows you to turn your passion into a profitable venture. Doing what you love can be immensely fulfilling, but I want you to bear in mind that being able to, for example, do beautiful hair is not the same as running a successful salon. 2 different things. And that's one of the issues which I've seen a lot, particularly with creative people. They're brilliant with the art of the thing, but not so much with running the business. So earning a good living with your business is more than being able to do the thing well. You need business acumen, and that can be learned. Okay, so you can also check out my episode, The Dark Side of Ambition, where I go into a little bit more detail about this sort of thing. Another advantage of entrepreneurship is that you're creating legacy. When you start a business, you're building something that can be passed down to future generations. It's a legacy you're creating, which is so much more than a business. Personally, I am building an empire to leave a legacy, brick by brick. The proverb says that a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. We're talking about generational wealth, and that's what I want to get you thinking about. I want to leave a legacy beyond financial and material things. I want to leave a legacy of love, integrity, and honor. Things to consider before becoming an entrepreneur. What skills are you going to need? So being an entrepreneur is not for everyone, and I'm not implying that it should be, and certainly not for the faint of heart. Entrepreneurship requires devotion, commitment, tenacity. As we stressed in our previous series, an individual needs to be reliant, resilient, and resistant to be able to endure and resolve challenges efficiently. So here are some of the interpersonal and intrapersonal skills that would enhance any business owner's ability to do well in their business. So let's talk about some of the intrapersonal skills. These are the abilities to understand and regulate your own emotions and thoughts. They're often referred to as self-awareness, self-management skills. They allow us to recognize our strengths, our weaknesses, our values, our beliefs. These awarenesses give us a solid foundation on which to build our personal and our professional lives. So by developing intrapersonal skills like emotional intelligence, self-motivation, self-discipline, and critical thinking, we gain the power to navigate challenges with confidence and resilience. We become better decision makers, problem solvers, and leaders. Essentially, all the things we've been talking about for pretty much most of my videos. So let's jump into them. The first one we'll talk about is emotional intelligence. This enables you to identify and understand our emotions as well as effectively regulate them. By cultivating emotional intelligence, we can navigate very challenging situations more successfully, and we kind of foster healthier relationships with other people. Self-discipline. We can overcome procrastination. We can meet deadlines and achieve our goals in a more structured manner. Lord knows me and procrastination. Lord help me. Anyway, self-motivation. So that this involves sort of setting personal goals, staying focused, and persevering even when faced with obstacles. Self-motivated individuals are driven by an internal desire and have the ability to maintain a positive mindset throughout the journey. And let's be realistic. There are some days, even the most positive person, they're going to feel down, but they have the ability to get back up and get themselves moving again. Critical thinking. So this is essential for making informed decisions. By honing these skills, we can analyze situations objectively, evaluate the options, solve problems efficiently. Critical thinkers have the ability to consider multiple perspectives and make a very sound judgment. You can enhance your intrapersonal skills through self-reflection, self-analysis. What I want you to do is identify patterns and areas of improvement. Now, I know that all of this sounds like, yeah, you really have to get it together before you can start a business. And the truth is, most people don't have it that together. So don't expect to have all of this covered in one day, or rather don't have it covered on day one. Start your business, but work on these things. Do plan to pursue continual growth. So I don't expect you to have all of this covered before you start, but I want you to have the mindset that I'm going to have to keep learning and growing and sort of figure out ways to fill in the areas where there are gaps. All right. So that's what the mirror is all about. I would advise you to go back, look at some of the previous episodes because they will help you along this journey. what exactly are interpersonal skills? They are the abilities we use to interact and communicate with other people. These skills can be developed and improved with practice. Mastering interpersonal skills is crucial for achieving both personal and professional growth. Interpersonal skills, often referred to as people skills or social skills, encompass a wide range of abilities. These skills are essential in many settings, especially in the workplace. All right, first, let's talk about active listening. This involves just hearing, but truly understanding. So I don't want you to just hear or listen. I want you to pay attention, be empathetic with the speaker. So don't just wait for them to stop talking so that you can slide your point in there. All right. That is not active listening. Let's talk about effective communication. So this involves being clear, concise, and respectful with your interactions. By using appropriate body language, tone of voice, choosing your words wisely, we can avoid misunderstanding and foster healthier relationships. Sometimes I think people just need to speak a little slower so that they can hear some of the words coming out of their mouths, and maybe they'll kind of reel some of their thoughts back in. All right, we also have empathy. This allows us to step into another person's shoes and understand their perspective so that we can see things from somebody else's point of view, recognize and acknowledge their emotions. We can build true compassion and deeper connections if we put some of this into practice. Conflict resolution, that's a big one. So this involves finding mutually beneficial solutions to agreements, not things that benefit just you. So by listening to both parties, staying calm, seeking a compromise, we can transform conflicts into opportunities for growth and understanding. Another important skill is teamwork. This involves collaborating effectively with others towards a common goal. So we all win when we work together. By being reliable, supportive, open to diverse perspectives, we can foster a productive and positive team environment. And that's what we are trying to achieve. Adaptability. All right, so this is a big one. Adaptability, that allows us to adjust to new situations, embrace change. And for some of us, change is a bad word. I want you to learn to be flexible, be open-minded, and willing to learn from other people. That way we can create an environment where we all thrive. And again, I know this seems like a lot, but many of us do these things instinctively. We do them without even thinking. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to pick one thing out of the list of things we went through, the area that you probably need to work on the most, that one thing. And I want you to do some research about it. Yes, buy a book, read. The number of people who don't read is quite staggering. And if you're not one of those, I want us to begin to change that. And in this day and age, you don't even have to read. Get an audio book, listen to a video on YouTube like you're doing right now. This is a good place to start, but there's lots of information out there. So find some information on the topic that you need help with and allow yourself to grow. I know that reading and learning for some people just feels a little bit daunting, but if you want to be an entrepreneur, I'm not saying that you have to love it. I'm not even saying that you have to like it. I am saying that you have to get used to the idea that you just have to do it. To run a successful business, there are some imperatives that cannot be overlooked. There must be consistent, regular demand for your service or your product. Establishing that demand is paramount, and satisfying that demand profitably will determine the success and longevity of your business, because I'm assuming you want to be in business for more than 6 months. Business gurus say that your business idea can be a passion, but it must also solve a problem. You also have to package it, price it, and deliver that solution in a timely manner to your customers. Conceptualizing and bringing to life a business idea involves intense and detailed research. Now, you can conduct that research formally, hiring people to do market research for you, but you can also do that informally. And there are lots of ways that you can do that, and I'll give you some tips. But the point is, just ensure that you have information to work with. Let's talk about that market research. Establishing a demand, understanding your target market, and knowing your competition are vital. Without demand, a profitable market, and competitive advantages for your product or service, your business will struggle, and that's not what you want. So to make it simple, here's what I'm saying. I want you to know a few things. Know who you're selling to, what they want, who else is providing it, and how can you make yourself stand out? Financial planning and record keeping, very important. And small business owners struggle with this, right? Because they just want to run their business. They don't see why they need to write things down, document things, keep records, none of that. But trust me, if you start it right, that will serve you very well throughout your business. So starting a business, as we know, can be very costly. And it might be a while before you actually turn a profit. Yes, that's a fact that you're just going to have to get very comfortable with. So prospective entrepreneurs need to know the different options available to access startup capital. How will expenses be covered in the beginning before profits are realized? That could be from lots of different places. You could get an investor, you could secure funding from a lending institution, or that can come out of your personal savings. So the importance of record keeping and analysis of these records is to understand the performance of your business. Analyzing that information is key in making some vital business decisions. And if you don't have that proper information, what are you basing your decisions on? Right? So this isn't as complicated as it sounds, and I don't do complicated. In upcoming episodes, we will break this down much further, and we're going to make it very, very simple for you. Let's also talk about risk tolerance. Entrepreneurship comes with inherent risk. If you're starting a business, there's a risk. That's just part of the process. You need to assess your risk tolerance and be prepared for setbacks and uncertainties. So you have to know what you financially can afford to risk. My mom has always taught me something, and I call it a calculated risk. She's always taught me to take calculated risks. I'll go deeper into that in a further series, but so this is where your temperament may come into play. Are you an eyes wide open and just jump kind of person? Or are you a cautiously dip your toe in the water kind of person? Know thyself. Work-life balance, that's a biggie. So running a business can be all-consuming. You have to find a balance between the work that you're doing and your personal life. That is crucial for your overall well-being. And I have previous episodes where I go into lots of details about that. So I'd advise you to take a look. Okay, stats alert. Let's check some of these stats out. People turn to entrepreneurship because 29% want to be their own boss. However, about 20% of businesses fail within the first year if there's no market for the product or service. So to be a successful entrepreneur, 38% said that it's self-discipline, that's the key. 37% said communication skills. So there you have it. If you action the things we're actually talking about today, you'll give your business its best chance of success. We'll be expanding on all of these areas in the future videos of this series, Ideas to Empire. I'll be sharing with you links to great resources that can help you out in all of these areas. They'll give you a good sense of how ready you really are to get started. So as we know, we always come back to the 4 temperaments. So let's see how we can use our temperaments to leverage those strengths into our entrepreneurship. All right. So if you're a choleric, your drive for success and leadership will be an asset as an entrepreneur. Your need for control will be very beneficial when you're managing your own business. Sanguines bring enthusiasm and the ability to connect with others, making them great at networking and marketing. So their outgoing nature will be a real advantage in entrepreneurship. Phlegmatics are known for their calm and patient nature. These qualities will help them to navigate the ups and downs of entrepreneurship with resilience, and they're also less likely to suffer burnout. Melancholics, with their detail-oriented and analytical nature, can be very valuable when it comes to planning and organizing and managing the finer aspects of the business. So as you can see, each temperament brings its own je ne sais quoi to entrepreneurship. And I want you to take full advantage of those strengths when you're starting your business. Starting your own business can be a challenging journey filled with endless thrilling opportunities, whether you're after the freedom or the financial success, or you simply want to pursue your passion. Entrepreneurship offers a path to making your dreams come true. Remember, success may not come overnight. Okay, success will not come overnight, period. All right. But with dedication, hard work, you can build an empire from your ideas. If you found this video valuable at all and you're ready to embark on your entrepreneurial journey, please make sure to like and share and comment below. Tell me your thoughts, ask your questions. I'll answer them in future videos. Please do not forget to tag 2 people in the comments and share this video. Thank you so much for joining me on The Mirror. Make it the best week ever.